All right, hey, I just wanted to do a quick video. I've never done a Prius Prime video before. I got my Prius Prime back in, and this is the Prius Prime Advanced. I got this Prius Prime December 13th of 2017. I have, let me see, I have 4,281.8 miles. And this video is basically a real world test. Basically, let me get back to my trip A. Okay. All right. So I live in Florida, and I had to travel to Indiana for a funeral, and I have been gone 1 week. And as you can see, I don't know if you can see on my screen or not, I have about 168 miles left to go on my trip. But I want to go ahead and do this video right now because I want to do it while I was driving while I could think about it. All right, so I have about 168 miles to go. As you can see, my trip A down there is 2,298.8 miles, so just shy of 2,300 miles. So by the time I'm done with this trip, it'll be about 2,465 miles, give or take. But the reason why I want to do this video is because this was basically a true real-world test of what the Prius Prime can do. As you can see, my mileage over the 2,300 miles is 49.2 miles per gallon. And some of you will probably be saying, well, that's not very good. But I have to throw in some disclaimers. This is the entire trip. I'm at 49.2 miles per gallon. The only time I was plugged in was the first 30 miles. I plugged in beforehand, so my first 30 miles was electric, and so the other 2,270 miles, give or take, of what I've got here has been completely hybrid mode. Why is this significant? Well, I went from Florida to Indiana. Bear in mind, Florida right now, as you can see, I'm at 77 degrees. I'm in the north part of Florida. I'm heading towards Jacksonville. That's not where I live, but I'm heading towards Jacksonville right now, and it's currently 77 degrees. It was as high as, I think, 85 today. But the cool thing about this trip is I went through Florida, Georgia, Tennessee, Kentucky, and then Indiana, all the way to northern Indiana. The one-way trip is 1,117 miles. So doing that twice, you can do the math. 2,234 miles. 200-ish miles driving around town. Now, I drove through the mountains twice. I had the cruise control set. I took it off here a second ago, but let me put it back on. Okay, so my cruise control has been set at roughly 75 miles per hour, 75, 76. There's times when I had to get up to 80. A couple times maybe I went a little slower, but my average miles per hour has been 75 miles per hour. Now, also, it has been raining and snowing. I've had temperatures as high as 85 degrees. I've had temperatures as low as below 20. I've driven in the snow. I've driven in the rain. I've driven up and down the mountains twice. And I'm now doing it over 2,300 miles. Why is this significant? Well, I've hit virtually every condition, most temperature ranges. Yeah, I didn't go to 100 degrees or anything like that, and I didn't get below zero. But as you can see on here, with 2,300 miles, I'm still at 49.2 miles per gallon. I think that's extremely good. If any of you have ever seen a Prius Prime video or any Prius video, you'll know that in the cold, the Prius doesn't do as well. And my numbers dipped. Actually, when I was in Indiana, my numbers got as low as 48.6, I think, miles per gallon. So it's crept up to, 49.2 right now. And I might get up to 49.3, but you have to understand that that's averaging over 2,300 miles. So I think that's a really good, realistic, real-world test and real-world numbers, because I've driven in tons of different climates. I've driven up and down mountains, flatlands, rain and snow, all different temperatures. Again, I know I'm repeating myself, but I think it's pretty significant. So I think I've talked about everything. I know some of you might have some questions. This is my first post on my Prius Prime. Again, I have the Prius Prime Advanced. You can see my score right now is a 53 out of 100. Not very good, I get that. Again, this car is amazing. When I'm just driving around town, I can get easily, if I'm not in electric mode, I can easily get 65 miles per gallon in just hybrid mode, going back and forth with the battery. Here in Florida, if it's warm out, like above 70 degrees, I can get close to 35 miles on an electric charge. And I've got the upgraded outlets, so it takes me about an hour and 50 minutes to plug in to completely charge. And again, on if it's a cold day, we have had some cold days, so below 40, I might get 25, 26 miles on a full charge. And again, on a warm day, I can get close to 35. So those are just some numbers for you to let you know. Again, the colder it gets, the worse mileage, whether it's electric mileage or miles per gallon that you're going to get. So if anybody has any questions, just post in the comments below. But again, I think this is a very significant real-world test, and as you can see, 49.2 miles per gallon, I think is incredible when you think the numbers are supposed to be, what, 54? I think 54, but with a little bit of stop-and-go traffic, it's been almost all highway miles, minus about 200 or 300 city miles. Around town miles. So it's been almost all highway, and again, up and down mountains and different temperatures, in the snow, in the rain. So I'm very pleased. I think that's a great number. 49.2, that's great. It only took me roughly 2.5 fill-ups one way. So, and I think I put, I never got up to 10 gallons of gas. I tried to go as far down as I could, and a couple times the low fuel indicator came on, but I think this last fill-up was like 9.78 gallons. So all my fill-ups were in the 9.2 to 9.5 usually range for fill-ups. So I'm only putting in not even 10 gallons of gas, and I can get all the way to Indiana, 1,117 miles on basically 2.5 fill-ups. So I think that's pretty significant. And the average price of gas I paid was about $2.35. So, do the math. I spent $55 one way-ish. $55, $110 round trip for gas. I think that's excellent for I'm going to have over 2,460 miles, and I just filled up a little while ago. So I'm not going to try to make this video too long, but again, real world test. Some of you might disagree, but again, I went through all different climates, up and down mountains, everything else. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, just hit me up. But I'm really loving this car, the Prius Prime. It's everything they said it was going to be, and more. I mean, I love this car. When I get home, I'm going to plug it in, because it hasn't been plugged in for a week. I kind of want some electric miles. Great car. If you're on the fence between this and the Volts or anything else, this car can go way further on hybrid mode than a Volt. And it's okay if you like the Volt. I'm okay with that. But I had a 2010 Prius. I sold that to my daughter, and even that's getting close to 50 miles per gallon. That's averaging city and highway and everything, 49, 50, something like that she's getting. So even the 2010 is still getting that. But around town, I can get 64, 65 miles per gallon. No sweat, going back and forth between electric and hybrid mode. But again, 49.2, I think those are excellent numbers. So if you have any comments, please leave them down below. And this is a new channel. My channel is going to be devoted to camping, RV lifestyle, Prius stuff, and just things around the house, and just life with my wife. So if you have any questions or any kind of videos you want to see, just leave a comment down below, and maybe hit the like and subscribe button. Thanks. Talk to you guys later. Bye.